Ryann Taylor joining us now, the owner of Power Dance Company in West Bloomfield Township, with us on the Oakland County Megacast. Ryann, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you guys so much for having me today.
Yeah, glad to have you with us. I'm doing well. How's your team at Power Dance Company been during the pandemic?
Um, it has been a roller coaster. So, for us, we found out about the pandemic around March 15th, which was literally 2 days before our second regional event. Like, we've been preparing for competition since last summer. We were able to compete at the end of February, and 2 nights before our second regional competition, the pandemic kind of happened. So we were kind of thrusted into a territory of unknown. So through lots of help through other studio owners across the country via social media, I was able to figure out about Zoom, which ended up working out so good for me and my students. And we've done Zoom lessons from March 15th until yesterday. We had our auditions for our sixth season yesterday. So we've been going strong for about 15 weeks now through Zoom, and it's been a great experience for us.
That's good to hear. And for those unfamiliar, Ryann, Power Dance Company, is that a dance studio for dance lessons? Is it just a competitive team? What does Power Dance Company provide?
So, Power Dance Company is an elite competitive program. So, my studio is 95% based competitive teams where dancers who want to get that elite training and go to elite level competitions and have all the different experiences within the dance industry come to my studio. So, we're fairly small. We're about a team of 60. And then we do have a recreational program for dancers ages 3 to 8. And that's kind of like less commitment. They come 1 hour a week, learn the basics of dance, kind of fall in love with dance. So then when they get older, they want to be a part of that competitive experience.
And during the pandemic, it's got to be tough. And you even mentioned that in-person dancing and dance lessons and practicing and rehearsals and so on, it's virtually impossible, no pun intended, because you can't be with each other. You have to switch to virtual. How does that even work?
Well, we kind of had to teach the kids about their mindset and not to let go of their goals. Because I feel like a lot of kids, they feed off of that social interaction. Social media is like popping now, and everything is so interactive. And for us, we're such a tight knit family. And it was kind of hard at first because I think the kids understood and realized that all of the hard work that we've been doing from June of 2019 till March of 2020 kind of got washed away because there was no way we would be able to get on stage and compete. But me and my staff, I have a great staff. We're all under the age of 30, so we're all super young. And we kind of wanted to tell them, like, listen, this is just another hump in the road that we're all going to get over together. Like, we're only as strong as kind of our weakest person. And if we all keep that same mindset of our goals and things we want to accomplish for our season, whether we get on stage or not, that's all that I wanted as their mentor, as their teacher, and as their leader. So it was rough, but we made it.
A
We
little,
made it.
so just a little behind the scenes look at our operation here for those watching and listening to us on TV and on the radio and on the Facebook page of the Birmingham Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce today. Ronnie and I were talking about this before the show. We're trying to think of how do you as a dance company, as a dance team, compete in a competition together when you're not in person. Is it something where you're all on one Zoom call and you're all on different cameras and somehow are staying in sync, or are you in multiple different places and groups trying to keep your dance going? How does that even logistically work?
Logistically, there's two ways. So for class, it's literally the kids are at home. A lot of the parents transform their basements or their garages, or the kids like redecorated their bedrooms and bought portable bars and portable dance floors to turn their bedrooms or their living spaces into our classroom. So we would have our normal daily schedule. We start at 4:30 every day with ballet. The kids will pull out their bar and we'll train them literally just how we're doing it through Zoom, and I can see everybody on their screen and be able to spotlight their video and give them corrections. But for competing, what we were able to do, a lot of the competitions in our industry offered us virtual options to compete online. And what they required was a video footage from a previous competition. So luckily for us, we competed at the end of February, and I had all of those videos from that competition. So I was able to submit those to online competitions, and judges from across the country would judge our routines from their homes. They would watch our video from that February competition, send us critiques, and then they would rank us up against other studios that have submitted their videos from all across the country as well. So it was kind of like a fun experience, and they would live stream it on YouTube or from their websites, and all of our families would get online and watch from home, and we would have Zoom parties, and grandma got on her Power Dance Company t-shirt, and
Very
we're all
nice.
clapping together, and still trying to have that family like competitive experience this season, even though it got cut short for us.
Very interesting to hear. Ryann Taylor, the owner of Power Dance Company in West Bloomfield, with us on the Oakland County Megacast. A lot of parks organizations, a lot of summer camps, a lot of school districts are canceling their summer programs for kids or even for adult recreation as well. Is that the case at Power Dance Company, or do you have programs still going on in person and virtually over the summer?
We are ready to get back into business as soon as Governor Whitmore allows us to move into phase 5, which we are planning to open July 13th. If that does go for us, we've taken the proper protocols to make sure all of our families will be safe. We bought medical grade purifiers for each of our dance studios to clean the air for our dancers, to suck in that bad air and release the good air. We have them in our dressing rooms. We have them in our lobby. We have put in mounted hand sanitizer stations. We will be doing temperature checks at the door. We have done our research about masks, and we've seen that with elevated exercise, masks aren't necessarily healthy for dancers or people that are going to be doing strenuous activities. So we are limiting our class sizes this year. And what I can say is I will shout out my mother right now because I know she's watching. Hi, Mom. My mom is super clean. She is a clean freak. Our studio stays clean. So my mom has already established that she will work from home. She works for St. John Providence Hospital, and she says she will work from home for the safety of our kids, and she is going to be the cleanup lady with her Lysol and her bleach, cleaning all our dance rooms every day for us. So we are ready to open back up and ready to take all of those cute little faces to keep the creativity going, because that's what we want to see. We want to see the arts continue through our youth. So we're ready.
Yeah, that's fantastic news. I was curious, what are you going to do in terms of the in-person studio between classes? Is there going to be a larger separation of time, or are you going to take one day you'll have classes, the next day you won't, to make sure you do a deep clean? How's that going to work with Power Dance Company?
So I think that's still kind of in the works for us, just because there's no handbook to figure all of this out. But I think the goal, since we're a very small studio, is to kind of do it by age groupings on each day. Most of the time we have no more than 10 kids in our class sizes anyways, but in between classes we do have steam mops that will steam mop all of our floors. Our staff will be responsible for wiping down all the bars, and then me and myself, my mom, Miss Pat, and myself will come in at the start of each day, clean down everything. And like I said, my mom's a clean freak anyways, so it's kind of been in our nature to clean all the time every day. So we're going to try to do our best to make sure that we keep our families and our students safe through this pandemic.
So gyms in Michigan are scheduled to be permitted to reopen tomorrow, Thursday, June 25th. I'm not an expert on what classification dance companies are. Are you included in those gyms? Have you been open already before tomorrow's date? Or are you classified in that? When are you going to reopen your studio?
I think we do classify as some type of indoor fitness facility. We classify as indoor fitness. So I know they can open up tomorrow. We will not. We will open up in phase 5, which I think that was the governor's original plan for gyms anyways. Yes. So I'm going to stick to that just because I'm dealing with children of all ages 3 to 18. So I'm going to kind of stick to my July date. We haven't been back in the building for classes, but last Thursday, to celebrate the end of season 5, because our recital did get canceled. We normally have our recital at Wall Lake Central High School, and with the pandemic, that did get canceled for us. So we did have a little in-house celebration out in our back parking lot, where we had the Little Donut Factory, that is a brand new food truck that does fried donuts and frozen lemonade. And I brought all the kids in, and we kind of partied outside and got to see each other for the first time in 12 weeks. So that was nice to see them. But for in-person lessons, and for those that aren't comfortable with being in person, we will continue Zoom through the summer. starting July 13th.
Ryann Taylor, the owner of Power Dance Company in West Bloomfield, with us on the Oakland County MegaCast. Just a couple more minutes with you. So before I let you go, really interesting all that you're doing for virtual dance, for competition, and good to hear the steps that your company is taking to keep its facility clean as well. For those that are interested in getting into dance, or for those that are interested in getting their kids into dance programs, how can they get in contact with you? Where are you located?
Yes, we are located at 3160 Haggerty Road at the crossroads of Pontiac Trail and Haggerty inside the West Bloomfield Tech Center, suite letter F. They can go to our website, which is www.powerdanceco.com. They can check us out on Facebook at Power Dance Company, and they can check us out on Instagram at Power Dance Company.
Well, Ryann, thank you very much for being with us today. Anything else you'd like to say before I let you go?
I do want to say, because I think I have some parents and some students watching, I am super proud of all of you guys and all of the hard work that you guys put in this year. Season 6 is going to be lit, and I cannot wait to see all of you and hopefully see some new faces join our PDC family this year.
Well, wonderful to talk to you, Ryann. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ryann Taylor, she is the owner of Power Dance Company in West Bloomfield.